You're already inside? You know what? I don't blame you for waiting inside for us to start this video because it is getting hot outside. Hot, just like the deals on the... Hey, don't you think that's a little too cheesy? Yet, it really is. Well, either way, I do think they're hot deals, and we got two beautiful homes here to show you today in this brand new neighborhood, just minutes from downtown Brandon. That's 39042 with Brandon Schools. And I think you're gonna agree with me that they're hot deals when you see all the unique things that this local builder is doing for you and the crazy incentive that I'll tell you about later on this episode of The Weekend Home Show. And here he is. You know him, you love him. At least I think you do. Maybe some of you don't, but it doesn't matter. He's here anyway.
There comes the excitement. I was like, he's hot. He's ready to get this over with. And then the excitement came out of his voice.
Y'all, I'm hot. I've been out here running around getting, I hope it's gonna be some great shots of this house. We'll see, I've been trying some new stuff, but I wanted to do this one specifically.
Why?
We got two, okay, these two right here next to
Why this one specifically?
Just because it looks unique. I mean, like, look at this.
You like that big gable?
Yeah, I like that. Of course, I like, you know, a lot of these here in Collier Crossing have this little side entry here. They got the extra, the friends, neighbor.
We got the sidewalk right here,
door.
Jared. The sidewalk.
We got sidewalks. Just keep on walking, Charles.
Yeah.
Just keep on going.
We even got the trees out here by the curbs.
We do.
You see that?
We do. So in, you know,
Man,
20 years, we'll have some big trees around here,
we're
right?
starting to have mailboxes on these new builds, aren't we?
Well, you know, the builders are having to do some things, I think, to get some houses sold. That's why we got such great incentives here.
And if you want low maintenance as far as when it comes to grass cutting, this is it. Check out this front yard.
Yeah.
Now you do have a backyard.
Not all the grass. You got to get some pine straw there, Charles.
So as you can see, they brought these houses, moved them forward to the curved street here. So you have a smaller front yard, but bigger backyard. But what do you think about this landscaping, Jared? I mean, you got shrubs lined up coming up up to the front door. You got all this other shrubbery and stuff over here.
I mean, it's actually a lot of landscaping, really. A lot more than we usually see.
Oh yeah, for sure. Obviously you got your beams here, but these are not solid beams. These are just your boards on either side.
Well, this builder does a few things differently.
Did you notice something?
What?
We do not have tongue and groove.
No, we don't. We do not have.
We do have the trim pieces up there, but it's not tongue and groove. We got board and batten. We got our 8-foot door, 4-panel. I think that's pretty cool. I'm so used to looking up and seeing tongue and groove.
A little different.
But yeah, people we get a little excited when we just don't see stuff that we're used to seeing.
I think you get excited.
Did I say it the wrong way?
I'm not sure. We gotta get inside here though, because like I said, it is hot. I've been running around here sweating.
Oh, that's why you want to get in here so fast.
Oh, it feels so much better in here. But look, I want to point some things out there. Like you saw with the beams not being solid beam. What?
We got to talk about it.
Go ahead.
That driveway. You could park 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I bet you could park 10 cars in that driveway.
You could park a lot of cars.
Okay, I just had to say it.
That is true. But anyway, I wanted to say this builder, compared to pretty much all the other local builders, this is a local builder, does some things differently, like what you saw on the front porch. Like we don't typically see, at least at this price point. You got the rounded corners, you got the archways.
That's the arch, like Jared said. You got the rounded corners.
And in here, did you notice this?
I did. I was going to get to it, but you beat me to it.
Go ahead, Charles.
This is like the front porch, but in the dining.
It's kind of like a coffered ceiling.
It is.
I don't know if I'd call it
It's not I don't call that a coffered ceiling. They put the trim pieces up there so you have a pattern.
It's kind of like a coffered ceiling.
Will we call it a pattern ceiling?
Pattern? I don't know. Y'all let us know down in the comments.
As you can tell, I'm having fun today. You know, it's been
We-
a long day already, and I got other things to do.
We both been running around.
Besides doing this, I got to do other stuff after this. So anyway,
we're going to get y'all through this tour. We got to keep on going, Charles.
Wait. Got your living room. Look how big the living room is. You didn't even talk about the living room is.
I know, we're just breezing on by. Hey, let me tell y'all why we're breezing on by real quick. It's because y'all have been keeping us busy, keeping him busy most of all. But you know, keeping us busy, making the move here, relocating to around the area, and we actually love that.
That's right.
If you make him too busy, I'll just hire somebody else to help him. Right?
That's not how that works.
That's what we do, I think. Hey, we'll test that limit. Okay, y'all reach out here, call us, text us, email us, get in touch with us. We just want to make whichever move you're making as smooth, easy, simple
Jared.
as possible. He forgot to say something. What did
No,
you
they
say?
need to break out the megaphone.
There you go. Okay, there it is. All right, tell me about the living room, Charles.
All right, we got a big, expansive, massive living room, right? I'm going to go ahead and say it. This one's only 1,807 square feet.
Yeah.
Look how big this living room is.
It's a good size.
I mean, that's a nice big couch. You got a big sitting chair right there. Now, my question is, do y'all like fireplaces in the corners? Or do you like kind of Jared? Jared likes symmetrical type stuff. So he would put it here and put stuff on either side of it.
I like how they did it here. I think it works well.
It maximizes the space with this living room the way it is in this corner.
You know, the real question here is, would you put your TV up there? Or would you put it up here where they got this nice art piece
Jared.
in this house?
What?
Yeah, I mean, you put your TV over here, orient your furniture that
So what you
way.
gonna do? You gonna turn your back to the
I'm
fireplace?
turning my back to it, Charles. I don't know. Let other people talk about that. We got to keep moving.
That's why he does video stuff, guys. And I just used the word symmetrical with you. That's not symmetrical at all.
Well, Charles is using some different words today. He said expansive, not expensive. These are not expensive houses, actually, but they can be expansive.
Hey, how you like this?
You know what? We got some great feedback from some recent buyers, and they said they love it when I do this. And then I just keep on moving because we got to show y'all this kitchen here.
He'd be funny now.
I listen to the feedback, Charles. I listen to the feedback.
Why
do
you
what they
told me
say.
about this feedback? All right. Be honest. Let's get past that.
How about the square island?
It is square. We're so used to rectangle. Do you like it?
It's different.
You got an overhang here, so you could put some little small bar
I don't know,
stools
Charles. That's going to be tight.
right there.
That's
I
gonna be
mean,
tight.
I would fit 4.
You could put them on this side. I don't know about that side over there. You do have some storage right there, though.
1 minute. So we got the walk-in pantry.
Uh-huh.
Then we got what we would normally call a built-in pantry right here.
Some extra counter space over there.
I tested it. I thought it was at first when I saw that hinge. I really did. I thought that was the hinge. You know something else you didn't mention?
What's that?
You went past it too.
What's that?
The door's right here.
Mentioned it outside.
Oh, you did?
You have that double door.
Got the French door. It's not double, it's a French door.
French door, friend's entrance, good neighbor door, whatever y'all call
As you
it.
can tell, we're having some fun today. Oh, did you notice this? We've got the Bosch dishwasher.
Bosch.
The Bosch is very good and known for quiet dishwashers. We do have the drawer microwave here. They don't have power to it for some reason. I tried to open it, wouldn't open. Then we got our trash can right here. Ooh.
Double.
This is what I've been talking about. You know, I say if you could get this with the metal right here, the aluminum.
Yeah, because this is a
That's-
super common fail point here for the, like those,
Yes.
those things are always messing up, but now you got the metal.
You got this, so it's a lot more sturdier than that wood. Oh, soft close. Do you see it? Do you see it?
Look at that. At least one of the drawers.
Check that out.
At least one of the drawers was soft.
You got a
close.
drawer down there. Of course, you got your undermounted sink there. Got the nice, lightly gold. What they call this? That light gold?
We're going to call it brushed gold.
Okay, brush gold.
Champagne maybe, but brushed gold.
And then you see how this isn't a smooth white subway tile. It's kind of got those.
You
nice
just
a little
gonna
rougher.
just keep going and just make me stop you to finally point it out, huh?
Yeah, the range.
Look at that range.
We're finally back to the range that you guys know and gals know that Jared really likes these heavy duty ranges. 6 burner. They don't have the this pieces are going to be put in. It's not put in right now, but you do have the 6 burner. And what's that? Oh, that's the light to the inside. Let's check that out. Check that out. That's nice. That's nice. Then you got your gold pools here. And you got all that counter space there. So you got a lot of counter space in this 1,800 square foot house.
This is actually, for this size house, is a massive kitchen.
Hey, check that out.
And I do like those too.
All right, moving along. That's going to be your garage. You got your drop zone here. Now they made this work. Well, you know what I mean? You got counter space, cabinet, storage, drawers. You got your 2 little hanging rods right there, washer, dryer.
Well, we like to talk about what our local builders do.
Come on in.
And yes, the laundry room, you got all this, you got the closet.
Storage closet there.
They even worked, I like how they did, you mentioned it.
The
I know,
stack.
But they worked in
They stacked it.
the stacked hanging rod.
Yeah. And then you could turn around behind you there, fold on that counter space there, and have some little things here. Actually, you could, man, I'm just going to point it out. They would have put a plug in here. Because your drop zone's like right here. You could have done phones and stuff right here on this.
You know.
This, I believe that's quartz.
Yeah, it's a cool.
All right, come on, Jared, let's go in the backyard. I had to look. I was like, I want to make sure nothing was going on.
Summertime,
that
y'all.
time of year.
Watching.
So we got a nice covered patio. You do have your dryer venting right there. You got your plug in for your TV to go there. And this is what I meant. See, you still have a backyard. Let's say roughly, Jared. Roughly. About right in here. So it's a good backyard.
Not bad at all. And you know, I like, you know, like you said, they kind of sacrifice the space in the front yard to give you a backyard.
That's right.
That makes sense.
If they'd have pushed the house back to give you more front yard, I'm going to guess it'd have pushed you to here, which would give you very little yard at all.
Well, I'm going to be using the backyard a lot more than I would the front, most likely.
All right, go on in, my friend. Go on in, my friend.
All right, so now right here is the primary. I'm going to make y'all wait for that. Let's take a peek in the garage. I think we've seen enough garages. We don't have to get too in depth. Now let's turn on some lights. So I do want you to see, you got the attic access. You got a little storage.
Electrical panel there. You got storage here. Actually, pretty deep garage there.
It is pretty good size. Of course, you do have the 2 separate bays, if you remember from outside, or 2 separate doors.
I was gonna say, Jared mentioned that makes the house look more luxurious.
It does. It gives it a little higher class feel, Charles. How about that?
All right, so as you can see, we're walking back through the house to get to the 2 guest bedrooms. So this would be a split, right?
It would be, Charles.
All right, go on in, Jared.
That's the description for a split. So you do have carpet in these bedrooms, which I prefer. I know some people like that, some people don't.
Got your 2 hanging rods there.
What I'm gonna call our standard closet there.
Linen closet here.
Little linen closet.
Guest bathroom.
Nice guest bath with the tile.
You notice they changed the hardware and the plumbing fixture color.
Do a little different there. Got the black.
And it had tile. And then you got the other guest here, which this one has what I like to call a step-in closet.
Well, not only that, you kind of got room here to put a little desk or something like that.
In that little nook.
Little nook there, Charles.
Look at there, Jerry.
That's right.
Come on in. Come on in. So you don't have a built-in, but you do have your 2 hanging rods here and shelf there. All right.
All right, we got to get back to that primary.
You ready?
Yep. And here we go. We switched places. So come on back through the kitchen. Here is that primary. Now, I do like this, Charles. I like the primary is on the back of the house here.
Yeah.
I like that you have plenty of room. That's a good size primary.
I'm going back up in this corner.
I'm going to say plenty of room for your king size bed.
Well, plenty for sure here.
Tray ceiling. I think you'd put the bed on this wall.
Yeah, you got the windows right there.
Bed, plenty of room.
Tray ceiling above your head.
You're getting ahead of me, Charles.
I was just going back into it. I'm gonna make them busy.
No, I'm gonna teach you some cinematography, Charles, but we'll do that another day. That was a double door reveal. I'm gonna enter our primary ensuite.
I think you're killing the double door reveal.
What?
You're using it too much.
Nope. I'm not using it too much unless somebody tells me.
Y'all let us know.
But otherwise, I'm just gonna keep doing it. All right, so here we go into our primary closet with our mana block. How you like this little crisscross pattern they did here?
They did, top and bottom.
So a lot of hanging space.
What's it missing, Jerry?
Well, it doesn't have a built-in.
That's right.
You know, which, like I said, this builder does things differently. A few things differently. Some of it I would like to have the built-in.
But open up what's behind you.
But you do have a linen closet right there. So, you know, you do have your double vanity here. We do have our a throne room, Charles. We have our. This is wide too.
Heat get to that bad.
This is wide. Look at this. Look at all this room here. This throne room. All right.
Got the frosted glass above the tub.
I'm gonna tell you just by looking at it.
I know.
We're short on time today. That's not gonna be big boy proof. Okay.
I know. It's kind of shallow, isn't it?
You can make it work, but it's not big boy proof. However, this one's gonna be close. What do you think, Charles?
Let's see you do it.
Oh yeah.
Holy moly, it made it.
We're good. Now,
my initial thought was no.
You know, I get in here, I can shave my legs, which I did like last week. I don't know what happened.
You shaving your legs now?
No.
Are you becoming a runner and stuff to help with your speed time?
No, I don't. I don't do that, Charles. But, you know.
You do hike, though.
I do. I do that. You know what else I do?
What?
Show people not just one house, but two. Just like that, we're here at
I thought you were going to say, just like that, we're back. I already noticed something behind me, right? We don't have the landscaping line in this one, but
we don't.
We have a corner lot, so we actually do have a front yard now.
Got a
I mean, look at this front yard all over here.
So if you do want the bigger front yard, you got that. You still have a lot of landscaping, Charles.
Oh yeah, you actually have more over here, Jared, because of that right there. But yeah, I really like what they did with the landscaping. You got your faux shutters over there stained, obviously on either side of the window underneath the front porch. This one had a front porch too, but this one's got a really, this one really has a front porch.
I don't know if we mentioned it, but you had the metal roof above the porch on both of these. And I do love that.
Well, that's kind of the style of the neighborhood. I mean, that one doesn't, right? But most of them do have it. Not all of them, but most of them.
Oh, and I want to throw this in here too, before we get inside this one. If you like this neighborhood, you want to be close to downtown Brandon, and you like the incentive that we're going to tell you about that you can get on these, you can get it on, I'm pretty sure, call to make sure. I think
always call, make sure, because that's always changes.
They change. But you'll be able to get that incentive on any of these, and they got several different other floor plans, including some that we've done videos on before.
That's right. That's right. Would you go out, maybe say 8 to 10 floor plans, you think, or a little less?
I'm gonna say 6.
6 for sure?
6, I think 6. Okay. Maybe more than that, if you count the ones that are kind of mirror versions of each other.
I'm just walking away over here because this is a nice size front porch.
It's an expansive, as Charles I suddenly like to say, front porch.
So this one actually has a foyer. So when you walk in, so the other one obviously was what I like to call an open foyer. But look at that, Jerry. They even did a trim piece there, up there. In the ceiling, which is really nice. You got the 8-foot door opening here with a real office. So that one was a 3-2. This one, I'm just going to tell them, Jared, it's a 3-2 with an office. So you got the nice big office up front, split plan. We got 2 guest bedrooms this way. This bedroom gives you a vaulted ceiling, so it feels really big with that extra ceiling height.
It does make the room feel a lot bigger.
And then basically, it's a copy of the closet in one of the bedrooms in the other home.
So we'll see some similarities. You still have the carpet in the bedrooms. You have darker floors in this one.
You have darker floors in this one. Both had the engineered wood floors.
Your guest bathroom here with the double vanity. A little different color choices for everything. You do have a linen closet back in there.
Then you got guest bedroom number 2 with another walk-in closet over there.
Not walk-in. What'd you say, walk-in?
You want to call it step-in?
Yeah. It's somewhere between a walk-in and a step-in. How about that?
And then we still have the curved corners here. Got the arch right there.
But so I think it's great. We showed those front 2 rooms, you know, kind of get those out of the way. But I think the foyer looks great when you walk in the door.
Yeah, and you look this way.
And then you come straight into here.
Once again, we got basically your living room is from here over, so nice big bedroom here. Got the corner fireplace again. That is a ventless gas log fireplace. Mm-hmm. You've got a large rectangular island, which we're used to seeing, that you could fit, I'm going to say 4. Jared, are you going to say 5?
If they were smaller, maybe you could do 5.
And this is something I thought was pretty cool in this one, right? Here's your pantry, right? Mm-hmm. Well, walk over here and watch what happens. But isn't that a pantry too?
Like double pantry.
So double pantry. So plenty of storage for basically chef's kitchen, Jerry.
I gotta say,
plenty of storage.
For those reasons and a couple more you'll see as you go through here, this is my favorite out of the 2 plans.
So we still got our nice big heavy range here with the 6 burner. We got our Bosch dishwasher. We still have our drawer, microwave there. Here's what they did with this one. Instead of having the divider, this one's just one big sink.
Sure is.
So y'all like the divider or like the one big sink?
Y'all gotta give us this feedback.
And then of course the backsplash here is different than the last one as well. It still has that kind of unevenness to it, but it's a different color with some, is that gray, Jared, or green? Right in here.
You think there's some green in that?
Man, I can't tell.
If anything, there's kind of a gray blue, but it's very, very light. I would just call it a white to off-white with that little kind of brown.
Maybe I was going to mention maybe a beige in there, but you still got your gold pools and stuff like that. Quartz countertop, refrigerator will go here. You got a nice size dining room right here as well. You still have the French doors, what we call the good neighbor door, coming off the driveway side yard. And then check out this drop zone, Jared. Drop zone's pretty big.
It's massive.
It's pretty big. And then you got your laundry here. Now this laundry, I think the other one had more storage in it.
I think the other one was just a little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger.
It's a very similar setup.
Very similar. You still have the closet behind the door.
I do like how you did the kind of the pavers in here.
Pavers in here. Got the quartz countertops in here as well. And then we've got our garage here.
Now I like a side entry garage, which is what you have on this one, because obviously it's on the corner lot.
Yeah. So you come into the side. This will be on the back of the home. Obviously, it's 2 single doors. You got a ledge here, and then you have another storage here.
Let's say 2 storage ledges.
Yeah, let's get in there, Matt. And then electrical panels here. It does feel good in here with that AC going.
It feels great.
Then we got our back patio. Ooh.
Can you get out?
Back patio here. This one, I think it's the same width, but this one's deeper this way. So your TV would go right over Jared's head right there. And then the backyard on this one doesn't appear as big as the one next door. However, you do have that big corner lot. So you got the front yard as well. But it does go back to this area, going towards the street over here. That one's a wider yard for sure. Huh?
The backyard might be a little bit smaller.
This is more L-shaped backyard where that one's wide open.
But I would say I prefer the back patio you have on this one.
I mean, you still got plenty of room to do stuff back here, Jared.
Oh, yeah.
You just have the front yard if you want to use that.
If you want a giant, huge backyard, this neighborhood's probably not, you probably quit watching already, so I think we're good. But if you want a decent amount of space, usable space, but not like just a ton to maintain, that's what you got. And you know what? We only got one thing left.
That's right. There he is.
I'm back on the screen again, so you know it's time for the primary, right? So this one, got us a little enclave here. Got the arches there, our regular door here, and then you come on in. Now, I like the layout of this one myself better than the other one.
Wait 1 minute, I want to come back here. I want to see the arch that he was talking about right there in that enclave area. But Jared, where would you put the bed in here?
He'd put the bed right here. Bed here. Nightstand. I mean, think about this as your bed, right? Okay.
No, scoot your head. Scoot further out.
I'm sleeping
Scoot
here.
further out.
Right.
Too close to the wall. Scoot further out.
I hope they clean these floors. All right, you stay here.
All right, we're getting a good example. So bed would basically come in, you go around about right in here.
See, I sleep about like this,
And
Some
go
of y'all
like this.
women tend to sleep like this, I found out.
Hold on, let me see. Hold on, Jared, I didn't get it on.
So you need the space for the big bed, right? Just saying.
We got a trace filling in here. But Jared, do you like the window being up high like that?
I kind of like it. They gave you room. You can put your TV right here. If you want TV in the bedroom.
Okay.
You can have that there.
Okay.
So yeah, I like it. Okay, Charles said not to do the double door reveal anymore, so I'm gonna do it anyway. Here we go. You ready? Come on inside. Now you have a little more room here. Back up. See, I kind of pulled you through that too fast. You got a little different color.
Double Randy's. You have plenty of storage.
What about beige color here? Different color.
Sure?
Pool. I'm pretty sure, Charles. Maybe it's cream.
Cream.
Maybe it's cream. Okay. Nice big mirror for you there.
Cream. A dark off-white, maybe.
Okay, so come look at this. The closet, I think, might be a little bit smaller.
But they did the built-in.
But
And the shoe rack.
you got your built-ins here. Your sneaker rack is right there. And if you'll back on around and swivel around here, Charles. Are we throne room certified here too?
I don't know. You tell me. I think we are, because you didn't.
Easily.
You didn't get over there like I thought you were going to get over there.
Easily. Throne room certified. Okay, I didn't test the last tub. This
This
one
one's
looked,
deeper, Jared. This one's
This is a
deeper.
little deeper, so I'll give it the full test here. What do we got? I like the armrests. You know?
That's funny. I like the armrest. Is that the first one you've been in with the armrest?
No, we've been in a lot of them like this, Charles.
Okay, you just hadn't mentioned them.
Got the tile around this, which is nice. I don't know. I do have to sit like this.
Yeah, did you notice something about the tile? They went extremely high with it, which I do like.
I did. I came all the way up here. I think I'm gonna go big boy approved.
Why?
Because it's so deep and it's wide enough. I mean, this is
You got
comfortable.
your legs crisscross applesauce.
I can't stretch my legs all the way out, but it's comfortable. I'm not like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go big boy approved. Y'all can disagree
So
in the
you would
comments.
literally go to sleep in that tub.
I almost just did. Okay, so we got that, and I would expect, Charles,
I'm gonna say yes too, just because the other one was.
100%.
Do it again. Do it right.
When Charles shaves his legs, he can do this right here.
Do it left to right again.
Huh?
Left to right. My left to right.
I can spin
Okay. Yeah.
all the way around.
What's that called again, Jared?
What is what called?
That type of show?
It's big boy approved.
Okay. I'm just making sure you never said it till now.
We gotta get you up to speed, Charles.
My wife tells me I need a hearing aid. Did you say and I didn't hear you?
You know what? At this point, as much as I've been running around before we even started shooting this video, I don't even know what I said. But I know we got some more stuff to say. So let's go back to the kitchen. All right, Charles, take us back. House number 1, hit us with those deets.
Those deets.
Those deets.
It had the smaller front yard, the bigger backyard. Actually, I really like that layout, Jared. Bedrooms up front,
I like
master
the
in
look
the
of the
back,
front.
primary in the back,
I
sorry,
like
primary.
that gable. I like it.
You like the
It's
gable
unique.
at the front?
We don't see a lot of houses that look like that. So.
Yeah, it had what I like to call the true farmhouse look. That's what it had,
I think
right? And you had plenty of parking. Plenty. Jared's just looking at me like, come on, Charles. So that one was 1,807 square feet. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, all for, I'm rounding up just by a little bit, 350,000.
So that's not all. Because not only do you get $350,000 as the price, but you get $10,000 back in concessions. That can pay your closing costs, that can buy down rate, that can pay for a fence maybe, gutter.
Usually
window
anything you
treatment.
want it to go towards, it can go towards usually.
You can put it towards any of that stuff. $10,000. And that is what I was talking about on any of the houses in here from this builder. As of right now, recording this, call to confirm when you're watching the video. But as of right now, $10,000. And you can also get that same $10,000
On this house?
on this house too.
Well, you just told us it was every house in the neighborhood.
I did. I was leading it back so you could give us the details of this one, Charles.
So this one's a 3-2 as well. It's 1,984 square feet. It's got the foyer. It's got the huge office. It's got the 2 pantries. It's got the huge front yard. Well, in general, the whole yard's big, right?
Corner lot. I mean,
Corner
that's
lot.
a lot to love.
Now, it doesn't have the parking like the other one has. It doesn't have that true farmhouse look. But you can get it all for $390,000. I'm rounding up again.
Y'all know I put the real numbers on the screen, so it don't really matter what Charles says. All right, y'all want that $10,000?
Yes, it does matter what Charles says.
Y'all want that $10,000? They change this stuff all the time, so I don't know how long that will last. A lot of options here. If you don't like this neighborhood, though, we can help you find what you're looking for, and we go out and show you those things all the time right here on the channel. If you're kind of doing your early research, make sure you get down there, subscribe, so you can keep watching those. And if you want to see all the places we have already been,